Monday stream. Hopefully it goes better than the last one, which we're rudely cut off early by my software cutting out. Gonna pretend that didn't happen. We're just gonna ignore it. We're gonna hope for better this time. Right. So today we're playing Kamigawa Draft. If we got time at the end, maybe I'll play some Neon Arcade. I still don't have a deck for it, so I'm gonna have to quickly make one. Found a list online, so I got that ready to go, kind of. Just gotta import it to Arena. But other than that, we all good. Gonna wait just a second here to see if anyone wants to tag into stream or stream chat. Yeah, for the time being, I may as well make this announcement for the billionth time. Ukraine is still under assault, tragically. They're holding out pretty well, from what I know. I'm gonna, again, decide not to talk about it. I'm not the person to. It isn't really, not something I feel like I should be talking about. So, yeah, I think all those reasons are 100% understandable. I'm sorry if, that's annoying you, but it is what it is. May as well get this chat going, this game going here. Jump right into the draft. Just gotta find it here. That's not what I meant to hit. Alright, well, let's try this again. Where's my quick draft? There it is. Let's get into it here. I'm a fan of Neon Dynasty, probably one of my favorite sets to come out recently. Probably my favorite set in Standard. Ooh, alright, good start with the Lizard Blades. 1/1 double strike, given some of the double strikes absolutely huge. So there's a ton of ways we can go. Especially with Foiling Earth, I think we just gotta go Gruul. Gruul modifies, in my opinion, one of the strongest archetypes you can go for. Not really too much more I can think of with it. Foiling Earth is probably one of the better enchantments for that format, or for that archetype, I should say. Just gotta find some things to build around it. I think Careful Cultivation is gonna be the way to go as well. Can ramp us, can get a big thing. It definitely adds to that, adds to the modification trend we got going here. We'll take Surge's removal, which I should probably just grab. I think that's probably the right choice. The Tanuki's sweet, but I think we just want the Surge for removal. Maybe a bad choice, but we'll see. Zeus's Many Journeys is very nice. A lot of ramp. Gaining life is always fine. 3/3 is a decent body. I'll take it. Courtyard. We don't really have a tribal aspect going, so it's kind of not smart. Synthesizer is cool. Can draw your cards. Draw in quotation marks here. Commune with Spirits is very nice. You can grab us that Roaring Earth or Zeus's Many Journeys. I'm inclined to take that, but I think we just want some top end here with the Tanuki. Corn Stalker is very nice. Just a 2-drop that puts counters on creatures. Again, with our modify theme we got going, I think that's just very good. Unstoppable Ogre can ensure that we get damage through. The Bamboo Grove Archer can deal with flying, but I don't think we need to worry about that too much. Air of the Ancient Fang immediately caught my eye. It's a 3-drop 3/4 with control modified creature. I think that's very strong. Nothing we got here. Nothing we like here. I guess, well, Iron Apprentice is nice with the modify. Those counters immediately count, so I think we'll grab it. Bear of Memory can... That's a lot of mana. That's not a high payoff. I don't really think that's what we should be going for here. Maybe the Juke guy can give something 3/3 in reach, which is pretty good. I think we take that. It's between Grafted Growth and Favor the Juke guy. I think we take Favor just because reach could be very annoying. And Community Spirits came around, so I'll take it. And Rugged Highlands wheeled too, that is huge. I'll take the Scored Baron just in case. Take this Spell Pierce is a dud at this point, but whatever. Kami of Transience. Oh man, alright, that's one of the best rares in the set. When you cast an enchantment, put a counter on it. He has Trample. At the beginning of each end step, when the enchantment was put into your graveyard from the field, he's returned to your hand. That's super strong. I mean, Boseiju reaches Skyward's very nice as well. But I just think I take the Kami. We have enough enchantments. There's enough enchantments in this set to really go hard for it. I mean, if you're looking, we have 5 enchantments so far, and one of them's a creature, which is very nice. Let's see, what do we got here? I see Commander faces Kakazan. I really hope that's how you pronounce it. I am not really good with... I love this set, I'm just terrible with pronunciations. So I think I'm gonna rock Kumeno here. I don't really see too much other things, and that's another enchantment for a Kami. So that's all good there. Don't think we don't have enough enchantment or artifacts to rock the general here. Can't rock them to the best of our abilities. There's not really too much here. Bronze Cudgels is nice, but I don't think it does what we want it to do. It's between Gift of Wrath and the Tanuki. I'm leaning towards the Gift of Wrath simply because 2/2 Menace is very, very good, and it leaves behind a spirit when it dies, or when the enchantment leaves. So it gives us a bit of protection there, so to speak. So I think we're gonna grab it. Aki Warpaint's very, very nice, but Kumeno feature. Kumeno, that counter is super relevant, especially in Modify. If we can get some good payoffs going here, and just making things bigger for the Lizard Blades, I think is very, very nice. And I misclick and take the battery. Alright, perfect. I'm gonna take that battery out there out of shame. I see a second of Zeus's Many Journeys. That's ramp. Another enchantment for our buddy the Kami of Transience, so I think that's fine. Shattered States era, I haven't really seen too much. Gain control of target creature, alright, Thief Effect, 1-0. 33 Trample Haste is kind of... All those effects aren't really great, and for an undersized body, even though it's Trample Haste, it's not great. Hey Nick, how you doing, buddy? We're drafting some Kamigawa on Neon Dynasty. Got a, I think we got a pretty good, it's effective. Currently it's looking more mono green, but the attempt is that we're going to be, rule modify, so we need some of the payoffs. Currently our only payoff is, our buddy the Heir of the Ancient Bang. So it's not too great right now, but, you know, we'll figure it out, I'm feeling Commune with Spirits here. Enchantment or land is very nice. And we just have a ton of both, so I'll take it. Alright, this is good. We got some good stuff here. I'm good. How about yourself? I'm doing pretty good, Nick. You know, I had to take my car to the shop today, but other than that, it's fine. We're fine. I like all 3 of these, but I think we just need the removal. We just don't have enough of it. So I'll take Master's Rebuke. Hero Samurai Geothermal Kami is probably our best bet here. 4-drop, 4/3. Solid. Can bounce an enchantment, which... Oh well. Harmonious Emergence is very, very strong. Make a 4/5, 4/4 with Vigilance and Haste. No real downsides if the land goes down, so I'll take it. Let me think. We got the General. Doesn't do us much good. Got the Steelbreaker, doesn't do us much good. Gonna take the Tranquil Cove just in case. I don't know. I mean, how many Tanukis do we have? This will be our second. Yeah, I'm gonna take a Tanuki. I'll take a Jungle Hollow just in case we need to splash for black. Oh, Grafted Growth Wield, that is huge as well. Take a Thornwood Falls just in case we need to splash. Third Rugged Highlands. Second Rugged Highlands. Okay, so Boseiju is really cool. 1 green, discard it, destroy an artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land. They can search. Your opponent searches for a basic, puts it on the field, then shuffles. There's no real downsides to running this, right? Like, worst case scenario, it's a forest. I don't think we're going to get a second Boseiju, so there's no real downsides here. Lion's Sash is very nice. Can't really justify splashing it, unfortunately. I'm trying to find... There's nothing with Modify here, unfortunately. So it's kind of not great. I mean, the Coiling Stalker's nice. Terrarium's fine. Though they're both probably going to wheel. Though I don't really see anything else that I really need. I'm going to value draft the Lion Sash. Just because. Not really too much downside to it. I think... Imagine running Force in a green deck. I know, right? Should just be running, you know, all non-basics. Blossom Prancer, 5-drop 5. 4/4. Top 5. Creature Enchantment. Yeah, man, that's a draw. That's just a draw spell. Take it. You can always use it. And we do have a ton of modifies. That Flame Discharge is very nice. We have 3, so that's... I think that's our deck filled. We're supposed to run 23 spells and 17 lands. We have 3 lands, so 23 spells if you with the quick maths. So we're just going to be value drafting from here on out, I think. I mean, I say value draft. All of these are commons. We'll take the Gift of Wrath. Maybe we need more enchantments. Who knows? Cool. Well, that's a late Reckoner Bankbuster. Holy crap. Well, I should probably take out... Based on this, I should take out a creature, or a non-creature, right? Like, I'm gonna ignore... Some of these do make creatures, so I think that's probably fine. I should probably take out Nazusa's Many Journeys. I don't think that's gonna help us too much here. And Bankbuster fills that slot very nicely. Boseiju cool, but I don't think it's gonna help us too much. I'll take it just in case. I don't know. Tales of Master Ashiro is very nice. Don't think it's better than anything we got though. I'll take it just in case. That's gonna be more of the story. I'll take it just in case. Yep. I mean, we're at the point where I think the deck's as good as it's gonna get. I know I kind of called it a bit early. Artifact removal, again, just in case. So, as far as the modified deck goes, I think it's solid. I mean, it's a Gruul aggro deck. There's not really much more we can hope to have. Boseiju's real nice. The flexibility of a land or, you know, a potential Stone Rain because of reasons is very good. Capitech Wrecker, maybe you should rock it, but it's a 1/3. It doesn't really do me too much good, I don't think. So I'm gonna choose not to rock it. Gotta find sleeves to match, so I don't really see nothing's really jumping out, so I guess I'll rock Nissa. And Green Planeswalker, why not, you know? Let's get right into it. Gruul Modify, like I said, is probably one of my favorite archetypes to play in Kamigawa draft. Are you a Nissa simp? No, I'm not a Nissa simp. I don't have any sleeves that work for this. Come on. I know you're a Bola simp, Nick. That doesn't, I mean, well, that sounds wrong now that I say it. Alright, we're gonna pretend I didn't say that. It's only on the internet. It's there forever. It's fine. Nobody will remember this, right? As I was saying, Gruul Modify is probably one of my favorite archetypes to draft, just behind Orzhov Artifacts Enchantments. I mean, he is a god, I guess. Is it being a simp if you worship him? You know what, we're gonna ignore that. We're just gonna ignore what I said. Come on, game, hurry up. I don't want to be stuck in this awkward simp conversation anymore. Alright, that's fair. Oh, so just before I went live, there was a ban announcement for Modern, I believe. Maybe not just Modern. The main one I know is it is for Modern. Lurrus of the Dream Den has been banned. No shock. This card broke standard for the whole year it was in play. Cool game, got a draw to start. I'll take it. Better than a loss, right? But beside the point, yeah, no shit. What do you think's gonna happen? It's literally, first off, it's one hybrid. So it can go in white and black decks, or any deck running white and black, excuse me. So that's very, very good. Good game, yeah, of course. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Yeah, not only that, you're looking at Modern, a format in which most of the cards, I believe, are under CMC 3 anyway. So it's just a free extra card that you can always have. Added to it, being able to cast stuff from your... being able to cast spells from your graveyard, even though it's not that once per turn, only on your turn thing. That's still very strong. I can't imagine how they thought that was going to be fine. This may not have been a great keep, we'll see. I'm going to leave with Rugged Highlands. Gotta get that tap land down so we can get the Bank Buster and commune with spirits, and it'll all fall into place, right? Oh man, he's got the DJ down. Oh, we're so dead. He's got a DJ. I think we stick with the plan of just play Bank Buster. Easily one of the better cards to come out of Kamigawa. Very good. 2 and tap, draw a card. If you hit it the 3rd time, you get a pilot that can crew the Bank Buster, which is a 4/4. So very good stats. Ooh. Oh, come on. Alright, Fable the Mirror Breaker. We're off to a horrible start against our opponent. This may be a swift end, we'll say. Commune with spirits to start, just to see if I can hit. See what I hit, have more. Okay, Azusa's Many Journeys is nice. We get to drop the land, get to drop Azusa. Not quite Azusa, I should say. Get to play another land. Discard 2. So it's a Kiki-Jiki. Takes a little bit to get it going. He does get Kiki-Jiki, which is annoying. Kiki-Jiki is a very good card, to say the least. Zeus's Many Journeys also gaining us some life, which is very nice. Forgot to mention that part. And 3/3 on this board is big enough that it is relevant. The Mirror Breaker is only a 2/2, can create a copy. So we'll trigger the Song Shaper's 3/3s. He's going to decline to loot, which leads me to believe he's probably strict mono red. Surprising in a draft, but with a format that's very good for mono red, especially mono red artifacts, nicknamed Duracell Red, I think that's fine. So we're probably taking 4 here. Seeing as how it just jumped straight to his combat phase. I think he doesn't have any other spells. So the fact that he's playing the Smelter, not using his mana efficiently, is very nice for us. I'm gonna take some beats here. Taking 5. Not great, but could be worse. Don't really want to lose that Iron Apprentice just yet, because those counters can be nice. Don't want to cash him in just yet. Hopefully. Oh no. So, Invigorating Hot Springs is one of the best cards. Pergul Modify. You used the treasure, obviously, to pay for the green. Modify creatures at haste. He can just move a counter. Free of charge. So, Roaring Earth is very good. It's probably the best card we could have drawn there. Means we get to put a counter on the Iron Apprentice. Make it just a little bit bigger. Can also take down his, can take down that annoying Fable the Mirror Breaker, aka Kiki-Jiki. Doesn't have haste. We kind of want to take that thing down very quickly. It will have haste, I should say, after he modifies it. But good thing I have Master's Rebuke in my back pocket. So that card's very dangerous. Yeah, we'll take that down. That Invigorating Hot Springs is going to be a massive pain. Him just having haste is annoying, to say the least. Hate to say it, but I may have to lose my Iron Apprentice to that goblin that creates treasure tokens. Just because it looks like he's not strict mono red anymore. And if he just attacks with the goblin, that'll definitely prove it. So I think in order to keep him off his second color, I just gotta kill that goblin. Like I said, losing the Iron Apprentice sucks, but we just gotta take this thing down. We can't afford to take 7 at this point in the game. Especially since all we have is a land. I mean, Bankbuster's nice, but it's not gonna carry us the way I think it will, or the way I hope it will, I should say. On the plus side, Gruul is not really known for destroying enchantments. They can probably get that Bankbuster pretty easily. I think Azusa's Many Journeys is going to be safe. Becomes blocked only though, you can tap the lands. It's not going to do too much at this stage in the game, unfortunately. Especially since it's exiled. That's not the card I would have gone for. Probably would have gone for the Bankbuster. Doesn't matter now though. We gotta draw, we gotta try to hit something, get out of this, and a land is not gonna do it right now, unfortunately. Commander faces Kakasan. I butchered that name, I apologize so much. Commander faces Kakaz. It is Kakazan. At least I really hope it is. Oh well. It's not gonna do us too much good right now. Banga Shijiki. Not great, but not. I mean, it's a haste. It's 6 damage on board for him, which is not good. That brings us down to 7. He'll have lethal on board if provided we can't draw anything. I mean, after growth ain't gonna do it, I don't think. So I'm gonna activate our Bankbuster one more time. Hopefully we'll draw out of it. We didn't. Well, looks like we're gonna die here. Provided he isn't thinking. Nope, he's thinking. I mean, that Smelter can kill us too. Maybe I needed another, maybe I needed more creatures. That's probably the only thing I can think of that would avoid this fate. I don't know, man. Maybe I shouldn't trade that Iron Prince that early too, but damn, that sucks. I mean, let's take a look at the deck list. I don't know how many creatures I'm running. I think it's like 8 or 9, so maybe that's a little low. I do think having a lot of enchantments that create creatures is basically like having a creature. It's a little slow, and clearly we got out aggroed there. Yeah, we got 9 creatures. I want to say at least 3 that create creatures too. I mean, Zeus's Many Journeys, Commander faces Kakazan's another 2, so that's 11. War and Earth can create a creature, so that's another 1. Bankbuster is a creature. Gift of Wrath can create a creature at the end. I mean, I'm not. Deck isn't perfect. I shouldn't say that, but I think we have enough. That was just bad luck off the draws. I mean, hitting 8 or 9 lands, especially with the extra draws off the Bankbuster sucks. So we're gonna keep going. Gonna blindly ignore. Just get luckier? Yeah, man, that's all I gotta do. Just get luckier. I think this is fine. Zeus's Many Journeys is ramp. That coming down turn 2 is very nice. What's up, Aiden? How you doing, man?
Hello.
Welcome to Discord. And happy chef to start. Okay. Alright, we're not in rough shape. Happy Chef's annoying. Sack artifact or creature draw cards, very, very good. Looks like he's Demir Ninjutsu, so the fact that he wasn't able to ninjutsu is pretty nice. I'm gonna lead with the Heir of the Ancient Fang. I just need to start putting counters on something, so the fact that he enters as a 2-3, it's fine. 3-drop 2-3 is not great on board, but on this board it does enough to deal with that Dockside Chef and potentially prevent any ninjutsu shenanigans happening, so I'm okay with that. If we get a land, next turn we play Roaring Earth and Grafted Growth, just start making this thing huge. Or we just play the Blossom Prancer and get another creature. I mean, we got a ton of options here. Thankfully, we're not under too much pressure. Dead to the Kami, so he's going to exile our Zeus's Many Journeys, which is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. We'll lead with Grafted Growth. Get that down. Put a counter on the Heir of the Ancient Fang, Roaring Earth, just to get that down. We attack with a 3-4. So again, we're not in bad shape. We're not in great shape because we kind of choked on lands and on spells. We burned out already, which is not a good sign. However, that Blossom Prancer is nice. Gonna draw us a couple cards, or draw us a card. Hopefully it'll draw us a card. Full Life is not relevant on this board at the current moment. Yeah, let's Twisted Embrace. So Heir of the Ancient Fang is going down. That's such a strong enchantment. Easily one of my favorites from this set. Like enters, it's a murder. Okay, so we drew Kami of Transience. Don't think we want to play that right now, though. I think we just want to play the Blossom Prancer. Hopefully we'll hit a creature. I'm gonna grab Kamano, faces Kakazan. I think that's a bit better than the Tanuki, notably because the Tanuki doesn't draw us a card, or it doesn't can't be played, I should say. Kamano doesn't draw us a card either, but that's irrelevant right now. That was a slip of the tongue, no more, no less. Alright, hitting that land is very good. I'm just gonna attack with the Prancer right now, and the goal is just gonna be suit up the Kami. He's gonna block with his Chef, it looks like. I mean, it is 4 damage, so I don't really know what I do in this situation without knowing the cards in his hand. I'm pretty sure there is a Village Rites effect in this. It looks like he's gonna use to make it a 4 or 5. I think I'm just gonna channel the Favor the Jew guy. Kind of want to take that thing down. So it's not a great use of the card. I think it's fine. Kami of Transience comes down. Kamano faces Kakazan's gonna put a counter on it. Deal damage to our opponent. Play a land, we're gonna make this Kami huge. Having Trample's nice, and we're just gonna be racing him at this point. It's easy to race when he has no board, and the fact that he's burning him in Onyx Spear main phase is very, very good. That's a good sign for us. Means he was looking for a land. Iron Apprentice was the draw, which is very good with our. It's very good with Kamano faces Kakazan. Gonna put 2 counters on it, and when that thing dies, moves its counters elsewhere. We just got a jam for 8. Damage goes through. Alright, cool. That's our turn. So we got our opponent dead on board. He needs to find a way to remove the Kami, the Blossom Prancer, or the Iron Apprentice. Yeah, he doesn't have a way. We got there. Easy game, you know? Just get luckier, right? Alright. Gotta win. Our first win of the day. I'll crack a pack. Aiden, you are still in the Discord call, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, what pack you want to crack?
Waiting for the server.
Yeah, that's true. No, I have basically every pack in Standard. I think excluding like D&D.
Yeah, I could cracked all of those.
That's Dex. What am I doing? Come on, game. You can do it. You can do it, Arena. Alright. Oh, I do have D&D. Cool. So we do have every pack in Standard. Count high. Starting with
Crack the
Count.
last D&D.
Crack the last D&D. You got it. What do you think the rare is going to be, Aiden? I'm saying Treasure Vault.
Rare wild.
Alright, fine. Rare wild card. It's Oswald Fiddlebender. One white, sack an artifact, search for aka breeding pod, my bad, for artifacts. Jesus, what am I doing? I know this card can get very silly, just haven't really, I don't think Arena's the place for it. It's fine, this card I feel can be very, very good in competitive commander decks, especially, you know, your Card Clan Ironworks, it can fetch Birthing Pod, it can fetch your Ashnod's Altars, Altar of Dementia, all these Skull Clamp, all these very, very good artifacts. I just don't think Arena is a good place to show it off.
When you think about it, all those shocklands are just innuendos for a private area.
That is true. Bit of a slower keep. Zeus's Many Journeys is going to be very nice. Get that down. We can play in our additional Rugged Highlands. Again, not the fastest hand ever. Hopefully those Commune with Spirits can get us the extra land we need to power through it. Coin Stalker's not going to be ninjutsu'd, so that's annoying, but it's fine. Our opponent's playing Rakdos, another very strong color pairing from this set. Rakdos Artifacts and Searchlight Companion's a very good enabler for it. Gonna gain 3 life off our Zeus's Many Journeys. I think we just gotta play Commune with Spirits first, and then we'll see what we get. Mountain. That's fine. Burn the second. Oh boy, Roaring Earth is huge. That was a nice draw off that. I'm still just gonna play the Coin Stalker. And next turn we're just gonna suit this thing up. Grafted Growth, put a counter on it, Roaring Earth. Afterward, play the land, and just make this thing huge. Don't see any way this could go wrong, right? Rakdos isn't known for its removal, right? I mean, hope not. The issue is Rakdos is very good with making a ton of chump blockers, so the fact that it doesn't have trample is kind of annoying. It's not gonna matter, it's just dead. I mean, that's fine. We're gonna take some hits here. We're at 25. The 2 Rugged Highlands and the Zeus's Many Journeys. It's very nice. Reckoner Bankbuster was our draw. That is huge. Right, so I think the new plan is we're just going to try to suit up this Likeness of the Seer. Crafted Growth are forced. Put a couple counters on it. Roaring Earth. And now forced. Make it a bit bigger. So it means he cannot attack with that Chainfoil Centipede. However, he can reconfigure it on the Searchlight Companion and just start beating for 2. Or for 3, I should say. If he takes his whole turn doing that, I'm 100% happy with it. I think we're in decent shape. I thought this wasn't known for removal. Alright, I gotta work on my sarcasm, it appears. Yeah, no, there. Next to Demir, that's probably the main source for removal, so I'm sorry for leading you astray, Rock. I apologize. Just an attack with the Searchlight Companion, Ninjutsu in the Ambusher, 3/2 Lifelinkers. One of the stronger cards with Ninjutsu, so I do like that play a lot from our opponent. 2, 4, 6. I like just playing the Tanuki and putting counters on it, so we're just gonna play the Tanuki. Attack with our Likeness of the Seer. If it becomes blocked, we get to untap 2 lands? 3 lands! It is not blocked. I wonder why. Roaring Earth to put the counter on the Tanuki. We got a 7/6 Trampler back to block. No, I was being sarcastic. Of course, Nick. Of course. Anyway. So as I was saying, that ninjutsu play of bouncing that Searchlight Companion, there's a lot of good artifacts with ETB and Leave the Field triggers. And that is just another very good card. It's going to reconfigure it onto the Centipede. Or reconfigure onto the Ambusher, my bad. Ambusher attacks at 5-2. There's got to be something up, or we just didn't do the math. Either way, I'm going to block it. I gotta get this thing dead. I gotta get rid of that Ambusher. And that's a 2-for-1 for our opponent. He's gonna gain 5, which is annoying, but it's fine. Iron Apprentice was our draw. We'll play the Bank Buster to start, just to, you know, get some lands untapped if he does end up blocking. Don't think he will. Yeah, can't imagine what he does. Just gonna play Iron Apprentice second main. Pass the turn to draw a card off the Bank Buster. 18 all, that can definitely change very quickly, especially with the Chain Brawl Centipede and a potential flyer in his hand off that Searchlight Companion. With this Bank Buster, I feel very confident right now. Bank Buster's multiple extra draws. Don't think Rakdos has too many ways to draw cards in this set. Apart from a couple ninjutsu cards. I'm not going to give him a chance to ninjutsu right now. Or maybe yeah, it looks like I'm going to, actually. He's going to attack with a 33 automated Artificer. But he doesn't have the mana to ninjutsu anything on. So we're just going to take the 3. Player no blocks. Activate our Bank Buster to draw a card. Harmonious Emergence is huge. Literally, it's huge. It's for 4-5. Just a big, big threat. Equip our Forest. Auto pick. We got a 4-5 Vigilance. I'm tempted to start putting counters on the Apprentice. I think I'm going to. Because if that thing does go down, first off, it's going to take 2 creatures down with it. Second off, it's going to move those counters over. So losing them is not necessarily worst case scenario. To untap 3 lands off of our Azusa being blocked. Just going to go for the duels just in case I end up needing red sources. Who knows? Just going to pass turn his way. Very good turn from us. Harmonious Emergence making a major threat to our opponent's life total in that 4-5 Vigilance. So again, not necessarily a bad play, and again, Bank Buster is going to be the thing that is going to propel us to the late game here. Drawing extra cards. We're going to try to leverage that card. Every land we play is a counter. Obviously, otherwise, it's just gas. Being able to untap lands. You didn't see we untap a dual land there. The one with Grafted Growth attached to it, which was kind of a misplay, kind of. Oh well. Yeah, Likeness of the Seer and Grafted Growth is strong. Economy of Industry, 3-6. He's no artifacts in his bin, so that's not really gonna. Or he does, my bad. But nothing with CMC 3 or less. Doesn't do him much good. I'll eat his automated Artificer. That doesn't really. It's kind of a hiccup by our opponent. Just throwing away a creature for little to no reason. Drew a land off our Bank Buster, so it's fine. We got Favor the Juke guy. Don't really want to use this as a combat trick, so I think I'm gonna enchant our Forest with it. The main reason being that it gives our Forest reach. Along with that, it's just our best blocker. 4-5 into now a 7-8 with Vigilance. Play a Mountain. We get the counter on the Iron Apprentice. Unfortunately, the Bank Buster is a tap ability, so I don't think it's a good idea to crew it right now. It just gets blocked by a 3-6 Kami, so it's not worth it. No attacks with the Likeness of the Seer, because it's just going to be double blocked by the Centipede and the Kami. Don't really want to trade our Likeness for a random Centipede just yet. in hindsight, I think it went too fast. I probably should have put the counter on the likeness of the seer and get 2 attackers in, but oh well, live and learn, you know. Like I said, we got 7-8 blockers, so I don't really feel too bad right now. Just gonna put the Chainfell Centipede onto the Kami. Aki War Paint to give it +2/+1. It's now 5/7. Becomes a 7/7 on attacks. I don't really see a reason to risk our forest, so I'm just gonna put the Iron Apprentice in its way. I mean, I'm gonna put some counters on the likeness of the seer to make that thing absolutely huge. Our opponent isn't in great shape right now. The Bank Buster is going to break the bank, I guess. For Seiju, who endures, so I think we're gonna immediately channel it. I'm gonna get rid of that Searchlight Companion. He has no blockers. We have more than 12 damage on board. I don't think there's any way for him to come back from this, and he goes down. Alright. Second win. Deck is perfect, you know? Bankbuster just doing work, man. That card draw really adds up. I mean, especially in a board stall when you just, you know, 2 giant horses just gliding, especially when you have the giant horses. Very, very nice card, especially with the extra mana from the likeness of the seer just being blocked, supercharging our turns. I mean, it's just 2 good cards combining. I don't know really what else to say. Yeah, so we're gonna crack a pack here because we did get that win. I think I'm gonna go for Kamigawa. That's starting to build up, so I'd like to crack a couple of those. Aiden, you still in Discord? Perfect. Alright, so I mean, it's not really a lot of fun for me to guess the rares, so by myself. Inventive Iteration. This card's a pain in the ass. Screw this card. Absolutely hate it. 3 in a blue when it ETBs, or 3 in a blue. First one is it's going to bounce a creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. Chapter 2, it's going to return artifact from your bin to your hand. If you can't, you draw. Chapter 3, turns into a 3/3 flyer. When you cast a spell, your opponents can't cast spells with the same CMC as that spell until your next turn. You play a 4-drop. Your opponents can't cast 4 drops until your next turn. That card sucks. Screw that card so much. Played against it in Commander. Just kept playing spells until we could kill this thing. It was very difficult to kill it because somehow we always hit that with same CMC as our removal. Absolutely sucked to deal with. So, you know, yeah, that's fun. Don't think we can keep this. This is a very slow hand, and this format tends to can have some quickness. So I'm gonna keep 6. Pitch our Blossom Prancer. Hopefully we can hit a land for that Azusa. We did hit a land for Azusa, so turn 2 is going to be pretty good. Getting to play a Azusa's Many Journeys, drop another land. Means that next turn we can play a Coiling Stalker and Roaring Earth. Or the Bank Buster and the Stalker. I mean, we got options here. Playing against Azurius. Didn't really see too much I liked out of Azurius. They tend to be an enchantment-based deck, but I just think Rule Modify just does it better. Gain 3 life off of our Azusa's Many Journeys. Gonna lead with the Coiling Stalker. And we're gonna play the Bank Buster shortly afterward. So we got a cool combo we can combo. I say combo. We're gonna attack with our Coiling Stalker, put a counter on itself if it deals damage, and just put a counter on the Ancient Fang. Surge Hacker Mech is gonna take out our. Wow, that actually hurts a lot. Cool. So I think we're just gonna spend this turn as like a setup turn. We're gonna play Lizard Blades, we're gonna play Roaring Earth, we're gonna pass turn, and we're gonna see what happens. Our opponent's going to have a Vector Glider, which is a 2/3 flyer. Solid card. If he can't remove that likeness of the Seer, he doesn't want to take damage, he's going to need to block. So I'm going to reconfigure. I'm going to attach Lizard Blades to the likeness. 3/3 Double Striker. Definitely a relevant threat right now. I've up 6 damage, which is a lot. It's going to be taken down. I think I want to save it. So we're going to play Fate of the Jukai. Make it an absolutely massive 6/6 Double Striker. Doesn't go down to the Wanderer's Intervention. And he's going to take 12. Well, that's a lot of damage. Insert Phil Swift. Yeah, Phil Swift jokes 4 years too late. I got him. Alright. Searchlight Companion, very good card, makes a couple friends. He could have crewed that Surge Hacker mech, but attacking with the Vector Glider, I think was a poor choice. Means he won't be able to. I'm gonna want to play the Heir of the Ancient Fang pre-combat, just so I can untap lands and get a little extra value. Just gonna tap with the likeness of the Seer. Again, 3/3 Double Striker. Very good. Gonna untap our 3 lands. Yep, we take down the 1/1. We'll put a counter on the Bank Buster. It's gonna be a 5/5 when it's crewed. So it will... I don't necessarily want it to trade with the Surge Hacker mech. And I also can't because it's a 5/5. Alright, cool. So that's a 7-drop crew too. I don't know why that exists, but that's annoying as hell. I don't know if I can deal with that. I think the only thing I can do is... If I crew the Bank Buster, it's going to be a 5/5. I can give it Double Strike and make it a 5/5 Double Striker. That'll take down a Surge Hacker mech, but then I lose the Bank Buster. That's really not great. And reconfigure, I can only attach it to a creature. So I think I'm just going to play the Iron Apprentice, and I'm going to pass turn. That 7/7 Trample Haste is super annoying. I don't necessarily see a way around it. So the hope is we're going to make that... We're just going to make our creatures bigger with Roaring Earth. It's not a great plan. It's the only plan I got. And hopefully we can kind of keep up with our Azorius player. Now we have untapped unless you have no cards to play. The value is we can use the Bank Buster ability. I don't know if you've seen Bank Buster. It's a very, very good card. With 3 charge counters on it. 2 untap, remove a charge counter from it, draw a card. If there are no charge counters, you create a treasure and a pilot that can crew as if its power were 2 greater. Which means it can crew... Oh no! So befriending the Moths means we're going to take a ton of damage from the Thundersteel Colossus, provided I can't take this thing down now. And I don't think we're going to be able to. Oh crap. I think I just need to cash in the final Bank Buster right now, just to hope I draw a creature, maybe. Shit. Okay, so I think new plan is going to be, we're going to load up this Heir of the Ancient Fang. And I'm going to put the Lizard Blades, I gotta remember to attach here. So currently, it will deal 8 damage. I'm not sure if that'll be enough. Or it's enough to take out the Thundersteel Colossus. It'll trade. You want to start drawing lands? Yeah, ask Arena that, man. This ain't my fault. So the Heir will trade with either the Surge Hacker mech or the Thundersteel Colossus. Either way, I think I'm okay with it. It sucks, but he's going to double block with the 7-Tail Mentor as well. I know he wants the counter, but I think that's kind of a bad idea, right? Like, putting a counter on a creature is great and all, but throwing away a card to do that, you just made a 1-for-1 trade into a 2-for-1 for yourself. And yeah, that Thundersteel's gonna fly. And yeah, it's gonna hurt. I just don't think that was a smart play. I'm gonna cash in my treasure to re-equip to Likeness of the Seer. Just want to get that done now. I mean, no real benefit to doing it now versus doing it later, apart from the fact that I may have. It'll give me more mana available on the future turn. Selfless Samurai. Oh, so he didn't. Okay, he didn't put anything on the Thundersteel. So I'm super confused now. Cool, so I'm cursed, it appears. Okay, what if we just make this Bankbuster huge is the new plan. I mean, thanks to Roaring Earth, and the fact we're drawing lands are still kinda gas, in a strange way. So being able to just churn through the deck, it's actually kinda helping us. They're not churn through the deck, but make our creatures massive, and each creature is now a threat. So I'm going to attack with the Bankbuster. It's a 6/6 double striker. If he wants to trade for the Thundersteel for it, I'm all for it. He's out of cards in hand, so the fact that we're going 1 for 1, and that we can do this, is a benefit. Oh crap! He just gives an Indestructible. I forgot that card existed. Should have read the card. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. The Bankbuster's bank has been busted. Alright, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. The Bankbuster has already done its thing. I think we're fine with that going down right now. I think we can go 1 for 1 with him, as long as that Roaring Earth just keeps making every single creature we have threatening. And the fact that he just keeps passing turn is very nice. So Flame Discharge is huge. Literally, that's probably our best draw. And the fact that we have a billion lands for it is nice. 3, 6, 7. It'll deal 9 damage. I think I can justify attacking with the Likeness of the Seer. If he just wants to crew, I'm okay with that. For 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3 for 5, 6, 7. Do it for 6, just to have extra mana open. Just to potentially rep something. I don't know. It'll deal 8 damage with multiple modified creatures. His 8/8 goes down. It's exiled thanks to the etching of Kumeno. Just wanted to make sure I pronounced that right. We'll take down the Imperial Moth first. Likeness of the Seer will untap some lands. Tameo's completion, so we no longer have Double Strike. Which is unfortunate. It also can't be re-equipped. Our Likeness of the Seer goes down with nothing really to show for it. Futurist Operative, 3/4, can become unblocked. Or can become unblockable, excuse me. I'm just going to play a Giant Dog. The new plan's going to suit this thing up. Futurist Operative, being able to be unblockable is super annoying, but I don't think it's too relevant. If he wants to basically Lightning Bolt us, I think we're okay with that. Could have a Ninjutsu effect, it doesn't really matter. We'll take the 3, we're at 22. It does untap, which is super annoying. It's fine, we're just going to attack with a massive dog. It's an 8/7. He has 2, 4, 7 power, a little more than 7 toughness. So make sure to take out the Futurist Operative and then the Vector Glider. Just because the Operative is annoying. Everything he has is being exiled. Can't imagine, as Azurius will have any recursion for any non-artifact spells, but if he does, it's gone. I put the counter on the Iron Apprentice. That gets in. Etching Nano can get in. The Iron Apprentice goes down. Just make that pilot huge and we just keep going on to the next thing. Next card up, you know? Modern Age, getting our opponent a loot is very relevant. Gonna get rid of a land. Looks like our opponent's in the same issues, and there's the Greater Tanuki. Basically saying GG, unless our opponent has a counterspell. I don't think they do, 'cause it's been multiple turns. But who knows, they could have drawn it. Tanuki resolves, and that's game over, I think. There's not really much you can do. That's a Tanuki, not a dog. It's a dog! Do you see? Enchantment creature, dog. Harmonious Emergence, just a meme. Make this forest huge, and we're gonna rumble for extra damage. I know Farewell's in this set. I don't think it's instant speed. I don't think our opponent has a way to play it instant speed either. March of Swirling Mist to make all our creatures phase out. You're kidding me. Tunkies are more like raccoons and dogs. Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. I know that, but... Yeah, we got him. Alright, cool. And I know my Pon chant is a Tanuki. I know that for a fact. But like this isn't coming from me. This is coming from Wizards themselves. It's a greater Tanuki. So I guess raccoons are kind of like dogs, right? So I guess it's a greater raccoon. So a greater raccoon is a greater dog. Is a dog? Does that make sense? I know you're. Oh, Mark Rosewater's wrong. I guess. Yeah, it took long enough. Well, maybe if the game didn't give me 20 lands, we wouldn't have won that game. You know, sometimes good things take time. Wolverine Earth is very good over time. Yeah, what was I saying? Right, so we won. I'm gonna crack a pack. Gonna choose Crimson Val. I'm just gonna go back and forth between Crimson Val and Kamigawa. I think, again, not gonna guess the rare because it's pointless. It's just me. Kind of a fun contest, but no so much. Solo. Each player bounces a creature, or choose a creature, return all non-land permanents not chosen this way to your hand. You draw a card for each opponent with more cards in hand than you. I do like cards like that. It's effectively a slightly worse Psych Grip because everyone needs a creature. However, being able to draw cards is very nice. So I'm of two minds about that card. Mark Rosewater's wrong. I don't think it was Mark Rosewater specifically who designed that card. I do agree with you. That is, I blame him for a lot of things. Notably Ikoria, and the fact that I can't get wins on Magic the Gathering Arena, but that's beside the point. I think that's also, even though it's influenced by Japanese culture, I don't think it's, you know, similar to how Kaldheim was influenced by Norse mythology. They didn't specifically have, you know, they took artistic liabilities with it, we'll say, right? So, I mean, maybe Tanukis are just animals in this. Can be any animal, you know? What if that's what they're going for? Again, I have no clue. And I'm not, you know, I'm not a designer, so I don't know what works best, but that's what they've gone for. Okay, right, so our opponent is probably 4-color. Blossoming Sands, Dismal Backwater. Definitely looking like it's 4-color. Don't really want to deal with 4-color. Because they can... 4-color decks can go one of two ways. Number one, it can absolutely suck. And I've seen it suck more often than not. But if it's piloted by someone who knows what they're doing, it can be absolutely devastating. So I'm genuinely curious to see how this goes. Think I want Commander faces Kakazan. Getting that modified creature down, or potentially modified, is huge. Modern Age, gonna create a 2/3 Vector Glider, 2/3 Flyer. Moonfolk Puzzle Maker allows you to scry when it becomes tapped. So our opponent's got a decent wall going. With Blurring Earth and Kami of Transience, that thing's gonna get very big very, very quickly. So I do think we got... Cool, he just fucking kicked it. Alright, just paid 4 mana for removal spell, which is fine. I just don't think that's enough. Okay. Don't necessarily want to take the turn off here. I do need to get Roaring Earth down, I think. So I think the plan is we're gonna play... I want to use all my mana here, and I think the best way to do that is play Kumeno, faces Kakazan, and play the Air the Ancient Fang. So we'll deal damage to him, we'll get our air down, I'll just end turn. We need another land here to really get going. Oh, Blossom Prancer is super annoying here. He's only going to gain 4 life, which is fine. It's honestly should have been worse. Commander faces Kakazan trigger, so we're going to get our Iron Apprentice down with an additional counter. I think we're going to play Careful Cultivation, targeting our Heir of the Ancient Fang. So this will make it a 3/6 reach and tap for double green, which is very, very relevant for the Bank Buster. Tap him for 2 green to activate, very nice. Add to it to 3/6 with reach, so a very good blocker, especially on this board. Means we can double block his Blossom Prancer, means we can take down the Vector Glider, all that good stuff. So I do like the position we're in. We're 2 cards to 2 cards. However, even though he has card selection, we have card draw, which I'd argue is more powerful. Added to it, we do have that Kami in the bin, so we do have a way to, if we can get a way to get cards back, or if an enchantment goes to the bin rather, we do have a way to, we do have very annoying sticky threat. Oh, undo that one. Not mean to. Pass to blocks with bounce, Puzzle Maker off the Ancient Fang. We just get to Bank Buster. There's another land, which is huge. Definitely need that. Blossom Prancer is also very, very good here. However, I think I'm just gonna play Roaring Earth, get that down, start getting some value off of it. Please, frames, don't die. Come on, frames, you can do it. So yep, the Heir of the Ancient Fang is kind of awkward, mainly because it is a mana dork. I don't necessarily think that's amazing. If I can end my turn game, come on, frames, you can do it. I really hope the stream's doing okay. Yeah, we're still going, it looks like. Frame is absolutely dying. Oh dear. Alright. Goshinte has shared purpose to create friends. Alright, he flunged and then thought better of it. That Goshinte is going to pump out a ton of spirits, which is annoying for a deck that doesn't have a lot of trample. You can hit that Great Tanuki, start doing stuff with Roaring Regrowth. I think we'll be in better shape. Or we can just Master's Rebuke and we'll take down that Goshinte now. That thing is super annoying, just want to get rid of it while I can, before it gets out of control. Another land. I mean, that's fine. We'll play the Blossom Prancer, 4/4 reach. I think we want Harmonious Emergence just to make a big, big, big boy. Or another big threat. I think now is the time I'm going to start suiting up this Iron Apprentice. We're going to make this thing huge, it's going to die, trade, whatever, and we just put the counters on something else. Kinda like the Ellsworth, just keep stuff going. Sunblade Samurai, 4/4 Vigilance, not going to do him too much good. It's a big threat, and that's about it. We're going to crack the Bank Buster's final charge counter here. Voltaic Surge, Voltage Surge, my bad. With a Treasure's very nice, so I think we're going to hang on to it for just a second here. Voltage Surge, get rid of the Sunblade Samurai. Actually, new plan. What if I get a combat? I'm going to put a counter on the Heir of the Ancient Fang. Because we do have that Blossom Prancer back. So we put a counter on the Heir. I'm going to use the Pilot to Crew. Because that's not doing me much good right now. Oh, but he's a 5/5. Well, let's just attack with the Heir. I hecked up. I didn't see that 5/5 there. That was a big mistake. Just tapped my Pilot for literally zero reason. Don't think that's gonna come back to bite me too badly, however, we'll see. What will come back to bite him is this block. Voltage Surge to take down that Sunblade, sacking a treasure. Samurai goes down. Prancer goes down. And 2 for 1 that I don't think he saw coming. I don't think he can afford at this point. Geothermal Kami. Come down, we're gonna bounce. I'm tempted to bounce the Etching of Kumano. I think I'm going to. That card's not doing us too much good here. It's an extra point of damage right now. Can ensure that our next creature that we cast, provided we get a creature of course, gets another counter. So I don't hate that play. Jukai Naturalist is a discount machine, aka the Pothead, because it looks like he's smoking. Easily my favorite nickname. Don't think it's going to do him too much good here. We bricked again, unfortunately, but I think this game's basically over. It's going to take a pretty big misplay to really send us down. Not saying I want to misplay, of course. Right, so I think the new plan is we're going to crew the Bankbuster with the Pilot, and if we just rumble, there's not really too much he can do about it. All of our creatures, apart from one, have greater than 4 power. We have 4/5 vigilance as well, so we're not leaving ourselves completely open. He doesn't really have too many good blocks. He can trade for the Kami with one of his creatures. He can double block the Kami to kill it. He can kill the Iron Apprentice if he wants to trade. I don't think that's in his best interests because those counters do get shifted. Looks like he will take that trade though, so I'm okay with that. Spirit's going to be chumped by, going to chump the Heir of the Ancient Fang, which is fine. I think that's all the decent blocks he has. Question mark? No? Oh yeah, Jukai and Vector Glider. That's true. We'll kill off his Jukai. I don't really want him having life gain. Losing the 4/4 is fine, but just a couple cards, so it's all good. All evens out at the end. I'm gonna put the counter on the Forest. It is one of the few creatures that we have to block, so I think that makes sense. Feature Selfless Samurai can make the target creature indestructible. Not gonna do him too much good right now. I think this is basically the beginning of the end, if not the end entirely. Drafted Growth, just gonna play it. No real reason not to. Tap for 2 mana, can put the counter probably on the Etching. He's gonna concede to that. We'll take it. Beefy boys, just taken down Azarius Flyers. I'm surprised he wasn't as aggressive as I thought he'd be. This is a tricky set to draft, in my opinion. The Gruul can get a ton of value over long periods of time, and it's very difficult to stop, especially if you're not running. Especially if you're not running like Boros aggro or anything. It's very difficult. You're just gonna get the crap beaten out of you very, very quickly. I know that's kind of contradictory, but Boros can try to go under it, but Gruul just outgrows him too quickly. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for Midnight Hunt. I haven't done Midnight Hunt in a while. I like this set a lot. I like the werewolves. I think they're a little underpowered, but whatever. Big werewolves are cool. Wildegeist is a very cool build-around card. I wish it saw a lot more play. I think it's very, very nice. Does a lot of things. Does a lot of things cool. 1 green, 1/1 trample. Whenever a card leaves your bin, put a counter on it. When it dies, gain life equal to its power. Very good. Honestly, I think it's one of the better cards to come out that hasn't seen any play from Midnight Hunt. Gotta make that distinction there. Midnight Hunt doesn't necessarily see a lot of play in Standard. I mean, Standard is dominated by Kaldheim after all, which kind of thought that was going to happen. Let's go, Nick. Let's go indeed. So I'm going to keep this. This is a horrible keep, but Commune with Spirits is going to hit us our second red source. I'm going to play a 1/1 double strike. Create a Tanuki. If worst case scenario, we're going to grab another red. It's fine. We're fine. See, look, there's a Rugged Highlands. Oh crap, it's a Rugged Highlands. Oh crap, it interstabbed. Oh, word. Not great. Alright, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Our opponent's not doing anything. Opponent plays a Ghost Shintai. We're fine. See, we're just hitting lands. You know, we're going to be able to play Greater Tanuki on curve. We'll play the Blossom Prancer on curve as well. I like this Ghost Shintai a lot. It's only one counter currently, but it does grow pretty quickly. I'm going to block it. Oh, I see what he did. Alright, cool. It's a 1-1 Menace. We're not going to be able to block this thing, so we may as well send our Wizard Blades at him. 1-1 Double Striker, so we deal 2 to him. Boom Shrieker went ETBs. You know, return a permanent from bend your hand. If it would die, exile instead. 2-1 Menace. Very, very good card. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a signpost uncommon for draft. I don't think it's great. It's very good to ninjutsu. It looks like that's going to be what happens here. Muktai Ambusher. 3-2 lifelinker. 6-point swing in his favor, which is always nice. Ghost Shintai. He's going to be replayed. Doesn't have any mana open to pay for counters. Kami of Transience is a little late, not gonna lie, but we do still get to swing in with our Wizard Blades, since we're playing the Blossom Prancer. It's gonna come down, hopefully grab us an enchantment, or a creature. I don't really think 4 life's relevant right now. Heir of the Ancient Fang is a nice draw. Not gonna come down for a little bit, but when it does, we're probably gonna have a modified creature. 3-drop 3-4, very, very good. Do like the design of this card. I've seen the Japanese art for this card. It's absolutely phenomenal. Okiba Reckoner Raid, probably the best common saga. I mean, I know that's kind of a bold claim, but I do like that saga a lot. And there's our Roaring Earth. Alright, cool. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna attach the Wizard Blades to the Blossom Prancer. Because that means we can play both Roaring Earth and Kami of Transience. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I don't think we necessarily... I'll put the counter on Kami, I guess. Or on the Blossom Prancer. I totally screwed up that early, though. That's very unfortunate. But it's fine. We're fine. We'll attack with a 5-5 Double Striker. We're gonna take hits on the crackback. It's just... he's taken so much more, you know? That Kami's gonna be absolutely massive. Gonna be double striking trample. Wizard Blades and Kami of Transience is a brutal combo, and having Roaring Earth is absolutely game-ending, especially when it looks like our opponent's stuck on lands here. I mean, we'll take 5 if he wants to. It may be more because Ducati Silencer exists. Could be 7, but he will just die on the crackback. I don't think he wants to. The mountains are draw, so we're just gonna, put a counter on the Kami. I'm gonna shift the Wizard Blades over, and because of that, I can't cast the Greater Tanuki, which is unfortunate. Heir of the Ancient Fang is just gonna get a counter on itself. Attack with the Kami, 3-3 double striking trample. He can block with both, and it will be a trade. That's fine. He can have a combat trick, and that'll be a trade. That's fine. Because the thing about the Kami is it keeps coming back, no matter, as long as an enchantment hits the bin. In this case, it's just a chump, and I'll still take 3. And we get to shift the Wizard Blades over. I'm gonna shift it to the Blossom Prancer. 5-5 Double Striker's pretty good. Okiba Reckoner Raid turning into a 2-2 Menace. Nezumi Road Captain. Enchantment Creature Rat Rogue. Love the art for this thing. It's so cool. Gloom Shrieker gets to return his Ghost Shintai. But again, he's in rough shape. He is mana choked at this point. And Flame Discharge is going to be absolutely brutal here. So I'm going to put the counter on the Kami again. I'm going to shift my Wizard Blades. Except for I'm going to do it in a stupid way. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to shift it over. I'm going to attack with a 4-4 Double Striker, and I may as well attack with Blossom Prancer as well. I may as well just attack with the whole team. He has to block a ton of damage from that Kami, and I don't think he'll be able to block enough. He's going to double block our Heir of the Ancient Fang. That's actually good for us, because it means all I have to do is do Flame Discharge for 3, 2 is Ambusher, and auto-pay that. Ambusher goes down. He's going to take lethal from the Kami, so the other blocks are irrelevant. He goes down. Boom! Alright. Man, Wizard Blades and that Kami is just... It is unfair how good it is. I mean, I know there's a lot of enchantment removal and a lot of artifact and enchantment removal, especially in the colors we've been playing against. I think every single color has every single pairing, I should say, is a very good... has ways. Not necessarily good ways, but has ways to deal with this combo. But just not having lands is not the way to go. That's another win. We are now 5-1 on the day. Very, very good. Very good start. I mean, I say start. We're like an hour 15 into the stream. I think I'm going to go back to Kamigawa here. My frames, let me. Please, come on, game. You can do it. High speed hover bike, 2 mana flash flyer. ETs tap a creature. Very, very strong. Plus 1 crew for 1. Leech Gauntlet can give something lifelink. Also very good. Cloud Steel Kieran, the latest in a long list of cards that make it so you can't lose the game. I mean, as long as it can't equip a land, I think we're happy. There's plenty of ways to do that in Standard to make it so that your land just has an emblem. You effectively get a land that says you can't lose the game, your opponents can't win. There's now plenty of ways to protect that land as well because of Tamiyo's Safekeeping, giving target permanent hexproof and indestructible. Plenty of cards. Just give your stuff indestructible and hexproof now. It's an annoying combo, and screw Book of Exalted Deeds. Shocked that hasn't been banned in Best of 1 Standard, similar to how Nexus of Fate was banned in Best of 1, but is what it is. Gonna get into another game here. Oh, excuse me. This is gonna be rough. I'm gonna keep it. Coiling Stalker and Roar and Earth are very, very good together. Same with Heir of the Ancient Fang. We start with a slow land. That's fine. Hopefully just play Coiling Stalker, get him some damage, and we build from there. Heir of the Ancient Fangs, hopefully gonna be a 3-drop 3/4. I mean, we'll see. Our opponent plays his own slow land, Tranquil Cove. There's a land, so we're at least going to get a counter off on that Roaring Earth, at least hopefully. We'll also have a land up for, or a red source up for Voltage Surge. And our opponent's just got an Ecologist's, I can't pronounce that, whatever, a Terrarium. So it means our Coiling Stalker's going to get in some damage, going to get a counter. Our slow start from our opponent is playing Bant, but you do need a Terrarium. Very nice fixing, especially in a format that encourages you to try and quad color decks often, so I think that's fine. Right, we're just gonna attack with the Coiling Stalker. No reason not to. 2 damage and a counter on itself. That's pretty good. I'm gonna play the Heir of the Ancient Fang, I think. Actually, I think I'm gonna go for Roar and Earth. It doesn't use our mana as efficiently as the Heir of the Ancient Fang would. However, it does get another counter on that Coiling Stalker. So I think it kind of balances out. I don't know, we'll find out. Hopefully we can get another land next turn so we can play Bankbuster and activate. Or just favor the Jukai and make this thing absolutely massive. As I said, oh, Tetsunari Toad Rider. That's annoying. Okay, so new plan I think is going to be we Rugged Highlands and we just Heir of the Ancient Fang. So let's just do that now. Rugged Highlands gains a life, puts counter on the Coiling Stalker, Rumble for 5. Don't think he wants to block with the Toad Rider. I think that would be a pretty stupid block for him. Play Heir of the Ancient Fang. I'm going to highlight Tatsunari the Toad Rider real quick. We cast an enchantment spell. If you don't control Kemi, create Kemi, a legendary 3/3 black and green frog creature token, with whenever you cast an enchantment spell, drain 1, and hybrid blue or green. Him and another frog you control can't be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach. You can see the Modern Age coming down. He's going to loot, gets Kemi, so he's got 6 power on the field. Michiko's Reign of Truth. Ding me for 1 off the Kemi. Target creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment you control. He's rumbling for 6. It's a lot of damage. It's only going to be rolled back next turn. Oh, right, okay. Well. I don't think we want to trade the Coiling Stalker. I do think we want to... So if we attack, I'm going to put the counter on the Air of the Ancient Fang. I'm just going to jam. That's for 9, 10, 11, 12, potentially. Because I can't go down. If we jam, we just take a ton back. I don't necessarily think that's the play. So I think a better idea would be just to enchant my Coiling Stalker with Favor the Chief Guy, make it an 8/7. I'm just going to attack the Air of the Ancient Fang. So we have an 8/7 reach, which is difficult to deal with. It means that he basically loses this effect from Michiko's Reign of Truth, because we have an 8/7 just simply bigger than a 6/6. He gets to loot, which is annoying, but it's fine. It's a more defensive play than I would have liked. However, it's only for this turn because we take 9. We deal 9, and we take 9. We could have dealt 12, yeah, but I don't think that would... It wouldn't have been lethal, is effectively what I'm trying to say. So I think we get a lot more value this way, rather than just pitching cards to try to kill him when he's just going to crack back for a lot more, and potentially kill us. Ecologist Terrarium can put a counter on a creature, Sorcerer's Speed. That is noteworthy. If he puts it on the Kemi, it's fine. Geothermal Kami is probably going to bounce Michiko's Reign of Truth, which is super annoying. It means I may have to take a defensive stance again. I don't really want to, but I may have to. Just depends on the draw. I mean, we can get some good removal here. Blizzard Blades is nice, but ain't gonna do it. So I think actually, what if I play Blizzard Blades and I can Voltage Surge to get rid of a creature? But then I lose Blizzard Blades and he has to block anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. So I think the plan is I'm gonna attack with Air of the Ancient Fang. We'll see how he reacts to it. Michiko's Reign of Truth is only gonna be +1/+1 again, so I think that's a fine block. We'll get rid of Kami. Not a great trade, necessarily, but it's fine. I could Voltage Surge his Kemi. I don't think that's worth it. He's just going to get another one. Modern Age is going to flip into a 2/3 flyer. Into Vector Glider. Michiko's Reign of Truth is probably going to be played. He can make the Vector Glider 5/5, that doesn't really do him much good. So, Grafted Growth. Alright, we're going to be in some trouble here, I think. Grafted Growth is going to put a counter on a creature. Probably going to choose the Vector Glider. That's 1, 2, 3 enchantments. Let's see where he puts the Michiko's Reign of Truth, because I may have to Voltage Surge. 2 of any one color. I'm going to have to Voltage Surge his Tetsunari, and I'm going to have to lose my Bankbuster for it. I really don't want to take a ton of damage here. Not going to lie. Oh, but I do have a creature with Reach, so it's not going to be as much. Oh, it's still 7/7, damn. Maybe he gets too aggressive. Because I don't... We'll take the 7. Don't like taking 7 and going to 6, especially with Kemi on the field. That can get real low, life total go down real quick. This is a tricky game. Especially since our opponent's playing 4-color, he can have any number of spells. Ecologics, the Terrarium's gonna be cracked, put a counter on the Vector Glider, make it a 3-4 flyer. There's Master's Rebuke, that's what we're looking for. Gonna put the counter on the Coiling Stalker. I can play the Lizard Blades. I can hold up Voltage Surge and Master's Rebuke, so I think I'm gonna do that. And I can still activate my Reckoner Bankbuster, which is also critical. So I think I rep enough damage that I can just kill him if he attacks, because that Rebuke takes down his other creature. Tatsunari can ensure that I have to just take down Tatsunari though, that's the issue. And I have to sack, I can't sack Lizard Blades, I'd sack the Bankbuster to the Voltage Surge. So currently I can wipe his whole board, it just depends on what he does. Obviously it depends what he does, but if he attacks, I think I just kill him. However, Kami makes things interesting. Whenever you play an enchantment, gain a life, and drain your opponent for 1. Which is much more annoying than you think, especially when you're at 6. Bamboo Grove Archer, still an enchantment, 3/3 Breach. I think I just need to take down that Kami, because Kami could be lethal very, very quickly. Don't really want to do that though. See how he attacks. I do have a 9/8 with Reach. I'm gonna use Master's Rebuke to take down Tatsunari. So Tatsunari goes down. At least I'm assuming so. I don't really want to chump with my Lizard Blades. So I kill the Kami. Oh, but I can't. What if I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna kill Kami. I'm gonna go to 2. I'm gonna Voltage Surge his Bamboo Grove Archer, sacrificing off the Bankbuster. I get a 9/9 Double Striker that kills him. I think I could just win this game. I don't know for certain. It just depends. Kratos is a creature, and that's actually really annoying because I just saved his life. So he's going to choose Master's Rebuke. I'm going to activate my Bankbuster. Draw a card, because I'm 90% certain I don't have another one in my hand or in my deck. Toast is exiled. Okay, so I'm going to activate the Bankbuster, which will make a treasure, which means I can kill off your toast using Voltage Surge. Green Spirits is fine. Come on, Frames, you can do it. You can do it, baby. You got this. Sack the treasure to the Voltage Surge to kill off this Kami. Here's Kratos. I'm gonna play Commune with Spirits. I get a land, nothing happens. Azusa just gets. Azusa's probably wrong play. Alright. Well, if he has removal for our Coiling Stalker, we are dead. Chico's Reign of Truth is just a 3/3. It's a 4/4. That Vector Glider may just kill us. It just depends on if he has removal for it. Or for our Coiling Stalker. because it's a lone creature with reach. If I can live to untap, I get to play Geothermal Kami and bounce in enchantment, getting us out of the danger zone. Azusa gains us 3 life as well. If he attacks, I block with the 1/1, so I don't think we're in bad shape. The pilot, I should say, not the lizard blades. But he can't attack the Bamboo Grove Archer because it has Defender. I don't... He can also remove our enchantment. That's another issue. I don't necessarily think he has a way to win the game, considering he's taken a long time. Season of Renewal to return his Tatsunari Toad Rider to his hand. Probably just going to replay it. Which is very dangerous, especially seeing as how we're at 2. 2 enchantments. 3 enchantments mean we die. Moonfolk Puzzle Maker, 1/4. Not going to do him much good right now. It does fly, so maybe that's his... Maybe I spoke too soon. I can Geothermal Kami. I'm gonna bounce Azusa's Many Journeys because I need to gain some life here. Get out of this danger zone, as I keep saying. Bounce Azusa's Many Journeys. We can play an additional land this turn. I tapped out of green like an idiot. If I put the counter on the Bank Buster, I can curl it and just attack. I think I'm gonna do that. Crew it using the pilot. Attack with a 5/5. Don't want to crew again. So currently we're out of the danger zone. We're at 8 life. Azusa is going to gain us another 3 life. So we're not in terrible shape. Bankbuster's going to hit for 5. We have reach creature in the Cooling Oracle to the Cooling Stalker to fight off the Vector Glider and the Puzzle Maker. So provided he can't find a removal for that, we should be in good shape. Emphasis on should be, and Communal Spirits should draw us cards, or at least 1. War and Earth can make other creatures bigger. I do like the position we're in. That may have been an aggressive attack. Because Portrait of Machiko is a 5/5, so we have to lose that Geothermal Kami to it. Which sucks, but it's not end of the world. Because thing is, if he's attacking with the Portrait of Machiko, he's attacking with the Glider and the Puzzle Maker, so he's throwing away a ton of creatures for no reason. Now this has to be a trap, right? But I have to block, because being at 8 life, knowing he has Ninjutsu, or he could have Ninjutsu, it doesn't really do me too much good to just tank it. I'm at 8, so I can't justifiably let this through. So I'm gonna block his Vector Glider with my Coiling Stalker and just pray he doesn't have You're Already Dead. Tameshi, Reality Architect, Jesus. Yeah, I see why you went 4-color. Tameshi and Tatsunari are very, very good. Tameshi allows you to bounce a land, to return artifact or enchantment with XOS. Seems the XOS from your bin. Whenever one or more non-creature permanents are returned to your hand, draw a card. So we can get back Modern Age, get that Vector Glider right back. It's gonna be to his hand though, right? Unless I'm... Nope, it's to the field, so he gets a loot off the Modern Age, gets to draw a card, gets to discard, gets another life because he bounced a life land. Man, that was a very good draw for him. That may just get him through the rest of this game. Iron Apprentice, not necessarily what we will see. Oof, Harmonious Emergence was huge. Or is huge, I should say. Make a forest into a 4/5. And I'm thinking I just crew an attack again. Like, I'll play the Iron Apprentice just because if it dies, something else gets bigger. I'll crew using the pilot. If the game would let me. Come on, you can do it, Arena. You can do it. I'm tempted to attack my 9/8 Coiling Stalker. I think I'm going to, because that's going to force some blocks on him. It means he can attack it free with that puzzle maker, which is very unfortunate. However, I think he's probably going to block Bamboogoo Archer on the 9-8, because that's not doing him a lot of good. Don't know why the game won't let me attack. Come on. Send the Bankbuster and the Stalker at him. 9-8 out of 5-5. Yep, that's fine. That's a decent trade. Oh, I may have just killed myself. Oh shit. It depends on how many enchantments he has. Enchantments and artifacts. I may have just killed myself, because Chico's Reign of Truth is going to go right to the field. He can put on a Puzzle Maker. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gets +5/+5. Potentially a 6/6. So it's 6 damage. I'm going to go to 4. Oh no, I may have hecked up. You're so good. Arena has a stroke trying to keep up. Yeah, I think I just made a way too aggressive play. I think. Really hope I didn't. I really hope I didn't. I mean, man, it would suck to lose this game now. I don't think I can. God, I shouldn't attack the Clone Stalker because now it's my Bone Reach creature tapped. I don't think he can kill me off the Machiko's Reign of Truth first ping, but the second one's gonna be lethal, so I'm gonna have to leave the Stalker back. So it's not necessarily game ending, it's just a relatively bad misplay that probably is gonna cost me a lot more than I think. So Tatsunari Toad Rider is gonna be the play. Fortunately, Tatsunari is gonna cast an enchantment, not right when we cast. Okay, cool. So Kami won't come down, but Tatsunari is another potentially lethal threat, just because I don't have the reach for it right now. It's gonna return Machiko's Reign of Truth from the bin to the field. Counter, make that a 6/9. Nice. Gain some life off the Jungle Hollow. I go to 4. He's gonna scry 1. Now, do I kill him on the crackback though? That is the question. Because Gift of Wrath +2/+2 has Menace. So I think the new plan is I jam all out. Because he has 3 blockers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. If I put Menace on the Clone Stalker, he must double block it. I mean, 1 more creature can block. So he can block probably with a 5/6. He takes 1, 2, 3. He just takes lethal. So I think I have him. Give that Menace. I'm tempted to attach it, but I don't think that's worth it. And we'll just jam. Now it looks like he got too aggressive. Because he must double block the Coiling Oracle because it is lethal. He must block the Forest. And he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's lethal! Oh man, alright. I know this is an aggro good game, but damn, I think I got him. And it looks like he's sending it back. If this doesn't work, I lose. If it works, I win. Cards on the table. Do I get him? 1, 2, 3, 4. If he can get rid of that forest, which I don't think he can. He takes the damage. That's the game. Alright. Oh man, what a game. Damn, dude. Damn, what a game. Tameshi, I thought he had me on that one. Holy crap, dude. Tameshi's so good. Especially after what was probably a pretty big misplay and attacking, letting that Machiko's Reign of Truth go to the bin so he can get it again on the flyer. Oh, Jesus. Gonna get that win, though. Can't believe we got there. Yeah, no, neither can I. I thought that game was over. At least that game should have been long over. Holy crap. Well, we get another pack. I'm gonna choose Kamigawa. Oh, my heart, man. My heart. Shijiki Jukai Visionary. 1 green for 1/3. Legendary enchantment creature, Snake Druid. 1 green, bounce him. 1 green, tap, bounce him to its owner's hand. The top 4 cards of your library, put a land from among them on the field tapped, rest in the bin. Channel, double X, double green, discard them, return X non-legendary cards from your bin to your hand. I think Shijiku's really cool. I just don't think he has a place in Standard. I don't think he has a place really anywhere, because I mean, yeah, milling yourself for 4, there's a lot of decks that could use it, but there's a lot of decks that just have better ways to do that, you know? So, overall, and as a commander, it's kind of crap, because, I mean, even though it's a cool effect, it just doesn't, it's not really a build around, it doesn't really do much good. Mono green mill yourself isn't really too strong. There's a lot more better ways to do that, so I don't think he has really a, and obviously, if he doesn't have a home in, doesn't have a home in Standard, he's not strong enough to see play in Standard, I should say. He's probably not going to see play in Modern, Vintage, Legacy, etc., any of those Eternal formats. Unless some, like, crazy good recursion spell comes out in the next couple sets, and Straits of New Campania, Dominaria, or Brothers War, which I doubt, but who knows. I don't think Shigeki's going to see too much play. Anyway, moving on. I'm tempted to keep this. I think I'm going to. If we get a land, we discard the Tanoki to grab a mountain. We got the land, so we can discard the Tanoki to grab a mountain. Kamigawa Transience, very, very good. Iron Apprentice, very good. Provided he doesn't immediately kill the thing. I mean, looking good. Life of Umezawa, so he's gonna immediately kill the Iron Apprentice. Cool. I'm gonna play the Kami, and that Coiling Stalker gives us a ton of versatility here. It means we can, we can still search for Greater Tanoki, we can flash in the Coiling Oracle, or the Coiling Stalker, keep calling it the Oracle. Moon Circuit Hacker's annoying. I think we still attack. Because if he kills it, we just play the Greater Tanoki, grab a land. That counts as a creature going to an enchantment entering the bin. But instead, I get to ninjutsu out the Stalker. In place of the Kami. Still 2 damage. The Stalker will get a counter, however. Life of Toshiro Umezawa, you can pay a black and a light, or you can pay a life to add a black. You can only cast instants and sorceries off of it. Moon Circuit Hacker deals damage, you get to loot. Not horrible. Thinking I'm gonna want to discard the Tanoki just to grab a mountain. It enters tapped, unfortunately, but I think we're okay with that. So I definitely need to get rid of that Moon Circuit Hacker. So this is kind of awkward. We're at that point in which all my creatures are big enough to deal with them, but they'll trade. I don't really want those trades happening. So I think the new plan is we're going to play the Kami of Transience. We're going to pass turn, we're going to Master's Rebuke something. Don't think that's too bad an idea. I don't really want the Stalker to go down. I knew this was going to be an awkward keep, so I probably shouldn't have kept it in general, but we'll get through it. Prosperous Thief, when it deals damage, you create a treasure. Moon Circuit Hacker, when it deals damage, you loot. So 2 of the better ninjutsu cards on the field. He's in Demir, so there's tons of removal spells you could have. Tons of counter spells you could have as well, so I'm kind of... Obviously, I'm concerned about that. He technically has 5 mana for instants and sorceries based on that memory of Toshiro. Sayaba Trespasser is going to tap my creatures, they don't untap. So I think at this point I'm going to have to get rid of that Prosperous Thief. Really don't want him to get any extra mana. It's also the biggest threat, so we'll take that thing down. He gets to loot off the Moon Circuit Hacker, which is fine. It's unfortunate, but it's fine. It's a very aggressive play from our opponent, not really what you'd expect to see from a Demir deck, but Demir is also not really what you'd expect The Dimir archetype, I should say, is not what you'd expect it to be. Typically, Dimir hopes to a late game. They do not do that. They're just aggro off these ninjas. Oh, Blizzard Blade's an awkward draw, unfortunately. Means I just gotta play that Rugged Highlands tapped. There isn't much we can do about it. The game would... yeah, there we go. Tempted to discard the Tanuki and just grab a basic. I think we're gonna do that. Add his... on his turn, just in case he does take down that Kami. The Kami does check whenever... at the beginning of each end step, an enchantment was put into my bin from the field. Oh, my bad. I can't read. So, yeah, it's not gonna do what I said it was gonna do. Ignore me, I don't know my cards. Our opponent's playing super aggressive. I don't know if I necessarily like this play from him. He is gonna take 5 damage on the crackback, however, he has the Duketai Silencer. He attacks for 7. Doesn't look like he has it though, so that's fine. Moon Circuit Hacker, another loot. If we can get a land for that creator Tanuki, we're in real good shape. Circuit Mender was his draw, I'm assuming. ETB's gained a couple of life. There's the land, so the Tanuki's gonna come down. Big 6/5 Trampler. Put a counter on the Kami. I'm gonna send the Kami at him. Kami gets through. So I don't think he can justify attacking now that we have that Tanuki. Like I said, 6/5 Trampler is absolutely massive on this board. He can justify attacking. I'm going to take out the Moon Circuit Hacker, and I'm going to trade for the Circuit Mender. Losing the Stalker kinda sucks, considering that is a counter that is free counters. However, I think it's fine. Moonsnare Specialist for ETBs, bounce a creature, so Tanuki's gone. That will lead to another counter on a Comet Transience though, which is nice. Hero Reckoner Raid, ping me for 1. So, Heir of the Ancient Fang, technically we do have a modified creature, so I'm gonna play really aggressive. Because we're not winning this game by sitting back doing nothing. So I'm gonna play Heir of the Ancient Fang. I'm gonna attack first, of course. I'll play the Heir as a 3/4. I'm gonna end turn and I'm gonna hold Voltage Surge to take down an unblocked creature he controls. Or if he plays Toshiro Umezawa, whatever he puts the +2/+2 on. So I can't imagine he gains life and doing -1/-1 to my Heir isn't going to do much good. Whew. He's going to tap down the Heir, unfortunately. So what's more annoying? Definitely the Moon Circuit Hacker from this current point. The Heir is tapped. I'm just going to Voltage Surge the Moon Circuit Hacker right now with no artifacts. It's making 0. Moonsnare Specialist is going to come over for 2. We're down to 5. I think I just want to play the Blossom Prancer and just do nothing with it. Geothermal Kami, we don't control any enchantments, unfortunately, so that's not going to do us much good. Zeus's Many Journeys is too slow, so I think we just gotta decline. Gaining the life is... I'm going to overvalue the life here, just because we're at 9 and against the Jitsu deck. Especially with the life of Umezawa on the field, definitely need it. He's gonna make the Moonsnare Specialist a 4/4. Only Torments our Prancer can't block. Another life of Umezawa to give another +2/+2 to the Specialist. That's a 6/6. That hurts. Give her upkeep, we lose a life. I think he may just have us here. I can Tanuki, but he has a menace creature. So I can't attack. I have to attack with the Blossom Prancer, I think. I'm gonna play the Tanuki. If I can play the Tanuki. Come on, game, you can do it. Come on, Ariel, you got this. It's not that difficult. But yeah, he just has me dead on board. Because he just makes that Road Captain huge. I must block a Road Captain. He's gonna get there. This was an awkward keep in hindsight, obviously. Should have seen that one coming when I didn't have red. Just took my time. And we got out aggro. Another town gives completion. Opponent just had their removal. We take it all. No blocks. Sucks that the game went like that. Really should have mulliganed. I got way too greedy on that. I mean, got punished for it, as you can see. Don't really. I think I definitely can justify it. If our one land, or one red source, I should say, wasn't a tap land, I think would have gone just a little bit differently. But unfortunately, that's how Magic goes sometimes. Well, we still got one more game left in us, so here's hoping we can make it back, eh? Unlucky, yeah. I mean, unlucky and just bad keep. I'd say there's nothing you can do about it. Clearly there is something, you just, I don't know, decide not to keep it, and that's a pretty big choice that I kind of screwed up. I got a little aggressive towards the end when I shouldn't have. I'm going to keep this. We have no creatures. However, Azusa's Many Journeys is going to ramp us. Commune with Spirits is going to hit an enchantment or a land. It's going to hit a Rugged Highlands. That sucks, but we need a red source. Just realized my hand did not have any. Immediately we hit another land, so that's fine. We are fine. This Azusa's Many Journeys is going to carry us. We're just going to hit Reckoner, Bankbuster, draw a couple cards, we'll get out of this just fine. Kamigawa Transience was a huge draw for us. Hopefully it resolves. It does. We're going to hold up Master's Rebuke and Voltage Surge. The Kami, notably, is when it casts an enchantment spell, so Azusa turn into Visage of the Seeker. Doesn't do us much good. Yeah, no, we're looking good, I think. Even though we have mainly removal in hand, of course, but that Kami's going to grow out of control with just a couple lands here. We can Boseiju, who endures, is nice. Unfortunately, ramps him currently, so I think the play is we're just going to use Master's Rebuke to take out the Golden Tail of the Disciple, and we're just going to send the Kamigawa Transience at him. I'm going to play a Forest and hold up Boseiju and the Voltage Surge. Boseiju is 1 green, discard it for the channel ability, of course. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land it opponent controls. They may search their library for a land card with a basic land type. Costs 1 less for each legend you control. Network Disruptor, tap target permanent. Not going to do him too much good. I don't think he's got anything with haste. He is in Azorius. They don't tend to be the haste colors, but what do I know? He also tap a land, which is pretty funny. I think I'm just going to Voltage Surge that when I get a chance. I'm not sure if the game's lagging on my end or on his. He's lagging on his end. Yeah, he's going to tap down the Likeness of the Seeker. That's fine. It doesn't do him any good. Now the game's lagging on my end. Perfect. Oh man, Arena, you are having a bad day, aren't you? Oh, his own legendary land is Zhango Seed of the Empire. I don't know if I like playing it. I don't know how many lands he has in hand, so I'm going to assume that's his only land. That's not necessarily the land you want to be playing. Air the Ancient Fang not having a modified creature sucks. But I'm still going to play it anyway. Just gotta, be absolutely aggressive, just try to beat the crap out of him before we can get anything under him. The cool thing about most of these cards, about most of the Azorius cards, are that they're either artifacts or enchantments along with just being a creature. So Boseiju is kind of like a 2-drop removal spell. Tanio's Completion, tapping down a Likeness of the Seeker. Not for long though. I'm gonna burn Boseiju on that. Just wanna keep cracking in. That's our biggest threat. It sucks that we ramp him. I mean, that really doesn't feel great. Oh, Harmonious Emergence, making up for it though. 4/5 Trampler. It's an enchantment. Gotta put a counter on the Kami. 4/5 Vigilance, my bad. Just Rumble. Brings him down to 1. The only thing I can think of saving his life right now is Farewell. If he has it, I'm going to cry. He doesn't. That's the game. 7-2 Kamigawa Neon Dynasty draft. Let's go. Knocks us up to gold tier 2 too. Opponent is shaking. Yeah, they were. I mean, you may have said that was a slow hand. That Kami really saving us. Likeness to the Seeker, just a 3-3 beater. Harmonious Emergence top deck, winning the game for us. Damn, Ghoul Modify is a lot of fun. We didn't even get Invigorating Hot Springs, too. Anyway, let's random ICR's critical hit. Target creature gains double strike, roll a nat 20. You get it back from your bin to your hand. Claim that. I'm gonna add our add that to the list of our 7-2s. 7 wins, 2 packs, 950 gems. Brings us up to 3,400 gems, which means that I get to... I wanted to do this on stream. I'm so happy I can. We're going to buy the Mastery Pass. Some people claim it's a waste of gems. I do not think so. Mastery Pass gives you so much value. And we did it entirely free to play. I do not spend money on this game whatsoever. So 3,400 gems, $200 plus value. Purchase it.
The Emperor has been missing for a decade, but I know she's alive somewhere.
Thanks, Kato. I don't really care. And, well, we're just gonna wait. Arena's gonna lag like crazy. Because look at all the stuff we've got. We got free... Oh, I'm gonna run through this. We have 10 minutes left on stream. We have 5 minutes left now. Got a Kamigawa pack, Koi, a Sky Swimmer Koi card style, random mythic, 2 orbs, random pack, a Crimson Vow pack, 500 more gold, Twisted Embrace, Midnight Hunt pack, random mythic, Kami's Flare style, D&D AFR pack, another 500 gold, 1 player draft token, which we will be using on next stream. Tune in Friday at noon to watch a player draft of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Hopefully Arena does not kill itself at that point. I probably shouldn't have made that joke. Oh well. A Jukai Preserver and a Orb style. Strixhaven pack. Random Mythic. 200 gems. Kaldheim pack. 7-Tail Mentor style. Another Mythic. 2 more Orbs. An Asari Captain style. Another 500 gold. Moonfolk Puzzle Maker style. Zendikar Rising pack. Another orb. Another 200 gems. The golden Koi pet, which I am not replacing Pon Chan with. Pon Chan is the best. Along with another orb. Another mythic. Another orb. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty pack. 200 gems. Lethal Exploit. One of the best cards. One of the best 2-drop removal spells in this format. My bad. Don't know why I said one of the best cards in the format. Another random mythic. A Crimson Vow pack. 500 gold. Yeah, today was a good day. I mean, I'm happy I was able to do that on stream. On a live itself. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. I'm just gonna start knocking out the commons from the mastery. I like to start with the commons. I think I'm not gonna play most of these in limited or in a constructed format, so I'd prefer to go for the commons, which I think have a higher chance to play the farther you go along in draft. We go for the Goshintes next. I like the Goshintes a lot. I just don't think they have a home in any deck really. There's really no good Wooburg decks that can take advantage of them. Add to it, none of them draw you cards. There's not really too much removal with them. I mean, I guess the green one giving trample or giving +1/+1 or +1/+1 counter if you're trying control is very good. The red one's removal, but only goes down, which is fine. I think that's honestly pretty good. I think Boros is the best two in that they share a. I say they share like a common goal, but They both kind of beat your opponents down and create a lot of friends. So I think Boros definitely works the best together. The blue one is a good blocker, so I don't really disagree with that. Invoke Justice, invoke the Winds, invoke Despair, invoke Calamity, and invoke the Ancients, all of which are pretty good, but I'm gonna go with Invoke Despair. This card sees a ton of play in a mono black snow control deck as a win con, forcing opponents to sack creatures, enchantments, and planeswalkers, and if they don't, they lose 2 and you draw a card. And if they can't, I should say, and this happens 3 times, that's a potential 5 mana, dome your opponent for 6 and draw 3. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, it's 2 o'clock. I'm going to crack a final pack, and I'm going to show off what mythics I got. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Aiden, if you're in Discord, thank you for joining me. Nicholas in chat, buddy, thank you for, being the lone person watching. I'm going to crack Kamigawa, just one last one for fun. Got Lion Sash, a card I value drafted. Man, I was able to value draft something too and still do this good. I'm happy with that. Sorry about the noise. There's a bit of a buzz in the background. I apologize for that. I'm going to show you my Duracell Red deck while we're doing this. I just want to see what mythics I got. If you can think of anyone to raid, I know it's only us right now. We just set it to mythic.
No idea.
Hey Aiden, how you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Alright, so set it to mythic. That should send everything that's new to the front.
Building a computer in Minecraft.
We're gonna raid someone real quick. I can't think of anyone to raid right now, but Nick, maybe you got suggestions. We got Ao the Dawn Sky, 5/4 Vigilance. When it dies, look at the top. Choose one. And look at the top 7. I know draw land permanents with CMC 4 or less from among them on field. Or put 2 counters on each permanent that's a creature or a vehicle that you control. Tezzeret Betrayer Flesh makes activated abilities of artifacts cost 2 less. Draw 2, discard 2 unless you discard an artifact. Target creature becomes an artifact creature if it's in a vehicle. It's a 4/4 now. And you get an emblem with whenever an artifact comes tapped, you draw a card. Junji Midnight Sky, 5-drop 5/5 Flying Menace. When it dies, you can choose 1. Each opponent discards 2 and loses 2. Or put a non-dragon card from a bin on the field under your control, shocking yourself in the process. Very, very strong. Explosive Singularity. It has Convoke, except for it can't Convoke for red. It deals 10 damage target. And of course, Hisegu hit it, Sulu consumes all. 3-drop, destroy each non-permanent CMC 1 or less. Exile all bins. Then transform it into a 3/3 Trampler. When it deals damage, put a counter on it. When it deals damage to a player, if they dealt 10 or more damage to that player this turn, they lose the game. I figure if you're doing 10 or more damage to an opponent, you're probably winning that game anyway. But, the only person I know to raid are Hearthstone. Alright, I mean, there's only 2 of us. I don't really think it's worth it to raid. At least not currently. I will raid again on Friday when Colin's back, because Colin can at least provide some commentary as well. Just to, I don't know. Anyway, with that, I'd like to thank you so much for watching, Aiden in Discord, Rock in chat, and for everyone who's followed, and for everyone who's subscribed on the YouTube channel. If you're watching this on Twitch, link is in the bio. I have a Twitter, GilbertMarch746. Link is in the bio as well. I tend to stream on Fridays and Mondays, noon to 2. Always trying to play Kamigawa Draft or whatever limited format is available at the time. There's Neon Arcade going right now, so I'm probably going to play that next week. Or the player draft, if that's burning a hole in my pocket. I can't really think of anything else. If you follow, I still have a couple pre-release codes for Kamigawa and for Midnight Hunt, so I'll send them to you. Just tell me which ones, if any, you've used. If not, if you've used both or if you just don't want them, I have a code for a free Midnight Hunt pack. And I think that's about it. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next live stream.